for another episode. I've heard she's a lesbian.
She's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without.
Hey humans, what's up? I'm Breanne Williamson and I have a girlfriend and I think you should too. These flowers are actually from my girlfriend and they're dead. But she's not. Oh my god, that was morbid. I put them in the video because she just left to Vegas this morning and I miss her, so the dead flowers are with me instead. Okay. Today's video is sponsored by Cutie. Cutie is an app for everyone LGBTQ+. It's not only a dating app, it's also an app where you can make meaningful friendships and connections with other people from the LGBTQ+ community. So on top of potentially helping you find a girlfriend, you can use Cutie app as a social network to connect with other individuals, relate with other individuals that are part of the LGBTQ+ community. This app is inclusive of lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual, transgender, non-binary, queer, intersex, and asexual individuals. Basically, if you identify anywhere under the rainbow, then you are welcome on this app. Like I said before, Cutie app is more than a dating app. It includes news, events, blog posts. It's a way to connect with other individuals from the community, and it's really just a huge umbrella for everything LGBTQ+. Another thing I like about Cutie is that it focuses on meaningful connections, dating, and friendships, and less on hookups, which can be rare for dating apps, specifically queer dating apps. Hate to say it. It's true though. So make sure to download the Cutie app today by searching for it in your app store. It is spelled QT right here. And if you see me on the app, make sure to say hey and let's be friends. I couldn't help it. It is completely free to join, and for a limited time, they are offering 14 days of unlimited rainbow features when you sign up. Most of the features on the Cutie app are completely free, but the rainbow features include things like being able to see who viewed your profile, being able to see when people read your messages, and also viewing profiles anonymously in ghost mode. I like that, very mysterious. So thank you so much to Cutie app for not only making a really cool app for the community, but also sponsoring this video and supporting my queer content. So let's get to it. How do you find a girlfriend? I get asked this question all the time on all of my social medias. So as always, this video is completely inclusive, and while I'm speaking from my experiences as a lesbian identifying woman, you might find these tips helpful regardless of whether you're lesbian or bisexual or looking for a woman at all. So basically, if you're looking for a partner, this video is for you. Tip number one, put yourself out there. So you can use apps such as Cutie. You can also just put yourself out there in an energy way. So when you're out and about, making sure that you're smiling at people or connecting with people or saying hello to new people. I know this can be really hard to do, but trust me, if you are all in your own head and you're not reaching out energy-wise to other individuals, then how on earth is someone supposed to connect to you? Long story short, slide into those DMs. I mean, you only live once. A lot of people are afraid of putting themselves out there because they're worried about rejection, and I get it, that is a scary thing. But I always say this to my friends, and I said this to myself when I was dating to pump myself up, that the worst case scenario, let's say you get rejected, you're just back where you started. Here I am, Bree, I'm single, let's say, and I reach out, slide into the DMs, say hello to someone at a bar, whatever it may be, and they turn me down. Well, Bree's still here and single. I'm not any worse off, and while I don't have a partner yet, at least I tried. So go for it. I know it's hard to do, but don't take rejection so personally because everyone is on their own journey, and you never know why that rejection is happening. Maybe they're not ready for a relationship. Maybe they're not certain of their sexuality yet. Maybe you're just simply not their type, but you're gonna be someone else's. So don't think that just because a certain person or people reject you, it means that all hope is lost. Plenty of people have rejected me in my lifetime, I promise you that. Tip number two, make it clear that you're not looking for just a friend. Now this is definitely LGBTQ+ specific. I think especially when two people of the same gender are interacting with one another, it can be really easy to get confused whether they're speaking in a friend zone way or in a romantic partner way. And I think that's largely because of how we grow up in society. We're taught that people that are the same gender as us are our friends, and opposite gender is who we're supposed to be interested in or date. So sometimes it's hard when you're first speaking to someone to not retract back into that friendship mode. And it's hard for that other individual to assume whether you are hitting on them or just trying to be their best bud. A specific example of this is when you're reaching out to someone that you're interested in, don't say, would you like to hang out sometime? Because what does that mean? Like, for that other person, they are nervous too. You have to think about that. And they don't want to assume it's a date unless it's explicitly said. So you have to make it clear. If you want to date someone, ask them to go on a date. Hey, can I take you on a date? Little changes in language like that are going to make it clear to the other person of what your intentions are. And if their intentions aren't the same, then they can let you know straight up. No one gets confused, no time is wasted, and hey, you might still want to be friends. Speaking of friend zones, that brings me to tip number 3. Don't get caught up on one individual, especially if they're not reciprocating. I see this a lot in the LGBTQ+ space, simply because I think there are less of us. So when you find someone that's your type, that you're attracted to, that lives in your town, that's also identifying as a sexuality that might be interested in you, it's really hard to let go of that one person, because sometimes it feels like they're a unicorn. But it's very important to not put certain people on pedestals and think that they're the only person out there for you. I have done this before, and trust me, it's a lot of time wasted. So if someone's telling you or showing you that they're not interested in the same way that you are, or they're friend zoning you, or you get this weird gut vibe that they're just not sending the texts back or putting as much effort in, then abandon ship. With that said, be picky. That brings me to tip number 4, manifest what you are looking for, who you are looking for, and write it down. This sounds really silly, but I promise you, this is a tip that has really helped me, because I was someone who used to get very infatuated with individuals. I feel like I would fall in lust very fast, something that I thought was love. But if I actually wrote them down on a piece of paper, I was like, that's not what I want in life at all. Tip number 5. This also goes hand in hand with not wasting time. Be straight up. I learned this much later in life than I would have liked to. I think I spent a lot of time playing people's games and guessing how they felt about me and trying to read between the lines. And I promise you, it is not weird or creepy or desperate to just be straight up of what you're looking for. So if that's that you're interested in dating someone, then say it. In worst case scenario, they're not interested back, but at least you're not wasting your time. Also, there is something very sexy about someone who knows what they want and isn't afraid to go for it. Sexy. Tip number 6 is a bit of a bonus tip, if you will. I think society really romanticizes the need to find someone and have that soulmate and that perfect story, and it puts a lot of pressure on people. So just remember that you have an entire lifetime to find your person if that's something that's important to you. Don't give up on your dreams and yourself in order to do that. For example, if you're in school and your partner is affecting your ability to do well, that's maybe not the right time to have a relationship. Or if your partner's holding you back from goals that you've set for yourself and you find yourself needing to give up on things that were dreams of yours in order to achieve a partner, then that is not the right time for you or the right person for you. I will tell you this, there are a lot of younger years in my life that I wish I had just solely focused on myself instead of so much worrying about partners or dating. And that's just my opinion, but I just wanted to bring that up because sometimes I feel like people put so much importance on having someone else in their life, and we see all these Instagram couples and YouTube couples, and while it is really beautiful to see, it's not something that you absolutely need right now. It might not be the time for you. Okay, rant over. I get it, you all want a girlfriend. All right, humans, that's it for today. I love you all so much. If you aren't already, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below. Also, follow me on Instagram at Breanne Williamson, and I will see you next time. Bye.
You got that good vibe. I want to spend some